Alright guys, what's going on? Station back with another breakdown match analysis of Combo Breaker. This time we are in the grand finals. Tweedy going up against Gross. Same matchup, the run back from winners finals, so should be a good match, and it is going to be a long one, so make sure you grab your popcorn and strap in, because we got quite the match here. That Green Lantern is sick looking. But same matchup as winners finals. And I love that Gross starting off with that down 2. Gross, notorious for that down 2 mash. And that's just, in that situation, is really good, smart. Green Lantern's down 2 is really good and just blows up that forward 2, that high forward 2 from Starfire. Nice. So Gross just walking back out of range of that interactable. Now that the interactable's gone, he can sort of close the distance. But Tweedy, really good jump in right there over that bowling ball. And then Gross goes for a wake up, lift? Trying to bait something out, or a neutral jump of some sorts. Jump 3 from Tweedy. But Tweedy goes right for a meaty. Nice. Beautiful. And then actually baits out that air tech. So yes, this was so smart, right? Tweedy just backing up, not throwing any projectiles, just sort of trying to get the read on what Gross's movement's like. So recognizes Gross is dashing in a little bit, so looking at waiting and then just reacting with that forward 2. Really smart from Tweedy. Nice. Again, still. Gross just really overextending here. Tweedy not throwing any projectiles. Gross trying to read some sort of projectile, and Tweedy just easily reacts with the reacts to the meter run roll.
Able to keep things meterless, only activating that character power. Gross keeping it safe. Overcharge lanterns. Ooh, and Tweedy just a foot outside of that distance.
Nice. Meter run back 3. The back 1-3 lantern bomb from Green Lantern is a really good, puts you at a really good space. It's kind of like forward 2-3 breath from Superman. Not as good though.
Luckily for Gross, that bowling ball of will hitting before the star does added any more additional damage. And Gross is making up a little bit of health deficit. Eats the tail end of that meter burn part.
Nice, beautiful weight, and then punishes with the down 2.
Oh my goodness.
You can see he just waited for this air dash 2. Yep, walks back right into it. Really good.
No air dash to escape. Oh my goodness, that wake up still hitting him, even though he was a mile away. Did the neutral jump far away, and is going to use the advantage of that knockdown to get closer.
Nice, good patience. Yeah, I'm not sure what Tweedy challenged with there, but Green Lantern's back 3 is like +5, so it's not really a good idea. Tries to go for the trip guard there, but just slightly messes it up. Yeah, and I think that down 1 there was really smart. So this whole sequence right here, right? He's -2 here. Gross goes for a forward 3 throw bait, and then staggers back 1, jump in, another forward 3. So you can tell Gross is really going for a lot of stagger pressure that's not too real. I'm trying to get Tweedy to tech a throw, but Tweedy just challenging with the down 1. You can actually see just the startup of another forward 3 right before he goes for that down 1. So really smart. Tweedy going up game number 1.
After spinning the bar on the overcharged lantern for plus frames, did not have access to a push block.
Beautiful. So that's something we haven't really seen from Gross at all, is back one in between block strings of the Stardust. Tweedy's really good at doing different strings into the Stardust, like he does. I think it's just back one, or maybe it's stand two into the Stardust, instead of just like flow charting stand two, the like twirl string or the ball into the Stardust. So it's hard for Gross to get a read on Tweedy's like block strings habits, but that is a really good option Green Lantern has, back one right through block strings of Stardust. And now here, this is really tough for Green Lantern, right? There's not really much he can do once he's full screen, especially when he's got trait like this. Yeah, it's so fast, can pretty much react to anything with it. But Gross actually gets a really good whiff punish there on the forward 2-2, I think that is.
All right, trying to corpse out the great block on the cross up from Tweedy, and a punish on the background bounce. My turn. Meterless goes to center right back, but a little too early. Massive down two.
A little bit of slop right there, but works out for Gross.
And Gross closing out that life bar. Great sequence and good space control there. Yeah, unfortunately, Tweedy wasn't able to get the punish that Gross was able to, which is a full combo on the back.
Nice, good jump one. Green Lantern's jump one is a lot like Harley Quinn's, where it's just like so fast and active throughout the entire thing. So you can see how good it is. It stuffs out that back two from Starfire, and then he gets a full combo out of it. So really good button to use. Nice.
Almost got a Beatles. That's a very tight combo to pick up. And now Gross feeling it. The momentum in his court.
Yeah, really good block by Tweedy, and he has to clash here. If he doesn't clash here, I don't know. But this is a really good spot for Gross. Yeah, trades, and he trades in his favor. Beautiful bait that interactable out by Tweedy. You see him just jump in and then walk back. Still though, trades are such in Gross's favor right now. Yeah, and really smart to start shooting that slow projectile, right? If he shoots a slow one and Starfire tries to shoot her blast or even her trait, she will trade with it, and as we said, the trades are all going in Gross's favor at that point. So 1-1, and Tweedy actually changes characters. Goes out Dr. Fate. I'm not too sure how this matchup is. Gross looking for a throw bait there, and actually catches him. What was he doing? Looks like he was going for a back two, actually trying to read a jump in. But Gross back one punished him first. But yeah, what was I saying? This matchup, I don't really know if anyone wins it. I know Green Lantern can do a lot to deal with the glyph. This is rough. So right here, Gross goes for a meter burn roll, and I don't think that's really a good decision. With the trade active, I think your best option is honestly to block if you're a character that can't get like a full combo off a trade or a knockdown off a trade. I think that meter would have been better spent on a meter burn the beam, because he gets a knockdown off it, and then he can close the distance with that. Going for this meter burn roll. Meter burn rolls are like, they're kind of bad, to be honest. The startup, like the involt frames are not, I don't even know when they start, but it's not instant, so you get beat out a lot of times off it, and then now you're going to eat so much damage. Nice, beautiful bait. Baits out that forward two, walks right in range. Let's watch that again. Watch this, just walks right in range of his forward two, then walks back. Easy whiff punish right there. Easy whiff punish with that back two, or back one. Yeah, so that's not a bad trade for Gross. He did lose the life, but he did get the damage in. And those two trades were pretty bad. Tweedy recognized that he's going to lose that life, right? Like he only had 10 life or whatever it was. So just try to get as much damage as he can, and actually got like 100 some damage.
Enhanced damage projectiles. And Tweedy stopping that forward dash, trying to bait out something. There's the back two.
So Tweedy is one of the smartest players I know when he's in the corner, right? The game plan against Dr. Fate, all the players, you know, they walk in and they try to bait out that forward two and go for that whiff punish. Tweedy is so smart at recognizing when you're trying to bait out that forward two, and he'll just sit there and throw projectiles at you. While you're, you know, trying to bait out the forward two, you're eating all this chip, and he's not even gonna do the forward two. So you'll see him a lot while he's in the corner. He'll just shoot out orb after orb after orb after orb. Because you're like right here ducking, trying to bait out that forward two while not getting hit by the down forward one. So it's really smart. Tweedy is such a good player while he's in the corner.
Such a great quick lunging charge move at around 8 or 9 frames. Gross trying to find the answer, desperately can.
Nice. Stuffs out the back two there.
And swipes a gator at him, you know, for whatever reason necessary. Not a fan of what's going on.
Nice. Actually jumps out of there. Surprise. And then actually jumps over the whatever that is, the orb. Really surprised. Yeah. So he actually baited out the meter burn roll there, but he wasn't anticipating him to go through. So Gross got an easy punish there, but Tweedy was definitely looking for that. That was crazy. The wall absorbed the projectile from the orb. And then, yeah, hit him with the back two. Nice. Finally get to throw bait out. That's sort of like a little victory for Gross, you know. This entire time we saw when he was playing Starfire, he went for like 3 throw baits in a row, didn't bite, and actually lost that game because of it. So now that he gets that throw bait, just a little moral victory for Gross.
And a little too late on that jump. The arc not quite good enough to get through that wake up, but instead Peter Burn rolls his way in. Gross wants to stay on the attack.
That's really good pressure there by Tweedy. And I love that too. Wake up, jump forward, right? So a lot of times we've seen Gross just walk back and forth and then go for back one meaty. Tweedy recognized, jumps right out over it. I don't think this would beat meaty forward 3 or meaty neutral jump, but gets the right read there. Yeah, and that time Tweedy goes for the wake up, trying to punish that back one. But Gross, you know. Yeah, and this is a really good spot for Gross now. He's got that big life lead, trying to maximize all the damage he can do before Tweedy takes his life bar. And you can see he summons a trait and then is mixing up the speeds of these shots. Just shot the slow one, so it'll trade with the down forward one from Dr. Fate. And now shooting the fast one, shooting the slow one, you know, just trying to mix it up. Yeah, and that's unfortunate that he was right out of range of that lantern bomb right here. You can see he doesn't even get hit by this at all. That's a little unfortunate for Gross, but nice. So this is what I was sort of talking about. Tweedy, like I said, really good at playing while he's in the corner. He's so confident that you're not going to challenge him because of the forward 2, right? He's really good at knowing when you're going to respect the forward 2. And right here, he thinks that Gross is going to respect that forward 2, try to go for that whiff punish, you know, wait out here just outside of range. So he goes for an orb here, and Gross is just going in, you know. He wants to close this game out and actually punishes him. Huge time to land a combo too, because if you look, Tweedy does have Clash, but he can't Clash because Gross has 3 bars. Tweedy got none. And Tweedy just activated Trait, so this whole time he's in the combo, all that Trait's going to go down. So that was really good pickup by Gross.
Charging up that meter burn back 3 in case Tweedy looks for a wake up. Instead goes for the back that's chasing it down.
Yeah, so pretty much any trait or trades here are pretty good too. Not while he's in that life bar or that whatever that thing is called, that life cloud. That was really smart too. Gross definitely baited that out. You can see he stops throwing projectiles, just walking back. Easy react. 2-2.
Looking to close things out. One game. Determine the, dare I say it? No, I'm not going to say it. Fate of the matchup. Lift. Oh.
Tweedy's so patient, really paying off.
All right, 3 seconds with that meter burn orb on the screen. Goes to play it out. Gets to jump in. Beautiful walk back by Gross, being on the back to range.
Nice. That's a good sweep actually. Off that forward 2, you know, you're expecting a lot of the cancel that glyph, but instead he goes right into sweep, gets a knockdown, and then yeah, chooses whatever meaty he wants or setup. Really good confirm there by Tweedy, and that's really the first time now that we're seeing Tweedy sort of go in that mid range and play in that forward 2 range. Before it was all just straight zoning. That's how he got all his damage, was from zoning and chip pretty much. So now it's a little bit interesting to see Tweedy go in.
Plus frames now, no challenge. Playing it safe. Tweedy giving Gross a lot of respect here, but challenges the plus frames. He's gonna catch
nice.
with the extended lift.
That was just really good pressure by Gross. Recognize that Tweedy was playing super passive, not trying to overextend or challenge at the wrong time, so Gross just going kind of ham with Green Lantern. It works out for him, but Tweedy chips him, or not chips him, catches him with the what is it? The flicks, down forward 1, and chips him out, or regains a life lead. And right here, I think Gross wanted meter burn back 3. He either wanted meter burn back 3 or this is back 1-3, and he just got back 3. I know some people get that input error, so nice. That's a huge trade, and I think this is a good clash actually. Against Dr. Fate, there's not a lot of times where you can clash, so this is a fine opportunity. You know, he had 2 bars to get life back. Not a bad decision at all. Nice. That was pretty crazy. He actually punished a jump out attempt, it looked like, from Tweedy. So the fact that he had that read was a little insane. This clash, I don't agree with too much. A little early, you know, like you still have so much life left, and you guys are even on meter. And it was off a down 2. Down 2 combos scale a lot, so my personal belief is if it's a combo off a down 2, unless it's going to kill, I don't usually clash it. That's just me. And he chooses to spend the bar, which is a little interesting too.
Heavy reads coming into play from this point out.
They were so effective against Sonic Fox, and now against Tweedy, couple of savage ones indeed. Almost caught another down 1 whiff by Tweedy. This is down to the wire, both even help. And Tweedy spending the bar as he gets it. Is that going to come back to hunt him? Goes another one though off the back 2 conversion.
Meter burn rolls his way in. Doesn't try for the anti-air attempt.
Nice. Not sure what Tweedy was looking for there, but Gross actually opening him up.
Getting close down towards the end now. Block successfully. Meter burn back.
So I like this by Tweedy. I'm a little surprised it didn't work. Tweedy, right, passive all game, all set, winners finals, the whole grand finals that we've had so far. Mixing in this forward dash off of the, yeah, right here. Right after this meter burn, right? Mixing in that forward dash. Really surprised that didn't work. But regardless, Gross, really nice. Got another throw bait. You can see, where is it? Yeah, you can see Tweedy definitely looked like he teched a throw, and Gross opens him up, closes this one out, gets the reset. So not sure why he didn't go back Starfire or something, but first game of the reset. It is just a reset match. Dr. Fate going up against Green Lantern. Interesting. Yeah, now we're seeing again Tweedy start going in a little bit more, playing in that forward 2 range. So you can see the adapting already, right? This meter burn forward 3 has not happened at all after, what was it? Yeah, after back 1-3 Lantern Bomb. Hasn't really done this. So Gross has been doing a lot of, after back 1-3 Lantern Bomb, walk back, back 1. And this forward 3 really can chase that down.
Luckily, not a lot of recovery there from Gross. Just trying to make a lot of great reads with the down 2s and savagely at that.
Yeah, we're seeing great spacing from Tweedy here on display. Very tight-knit match as we saw a 3-2 in the first set. Dare it be another one? I'm not entirely sure, but towards the card, just in range for that 4-2 to connect. Great spacing again from Tweedy, dealing with this corner pressure ever so pleasantly.
That was insane. I don't even know what side that was on. He was like inside of him.
Ever so pleasantly.
I'm not even sure Gross knew what side that hit on. The conversion going off.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Stop it. What is this?
We're swagging.
Yeah, okay, Gross. Oh my God, jumping over the wake-up, baited. Meter Bird's gonna stay in the corner and Gross
Beautiful. So Gross got a lot of momentum right now. Got the corner position.
Message sent so far. Back 1 says don't even press a button against me right now. Everything is working.
Yeah, you can see he's just opening Tweedy up fairly easy right now. Tweedy got a lot of bar though. Can clash. Can get a decent amount of chip back to Spence 3. So he's only got 1 meter burn flick. Yeah, now all these trades are just really good for Gross. You see Gross got a little input error there. Got to stand 1 instead of something else. So I think Tweedy does something really smart here. Once he gets in this orb, he's just going to sit and wait. And then once Gross throws that bowling ball, that's when he'll do reversal the flicks, because that's when he knows Gross has to block. The bowling ball is super minus, so.
He doesn't sit there too long and heal up.
Oh, and got another healing orb out. Unfortunately, Gross is just going to forward dash to push him away from it. Here's the throw. Back to the wall now. Great usage of the resources from Tweedy. Doesn't have a bar to meter burn on that clip to get the extended combo.
So you can see Tweedy actually making a lot of life back now. That was a beautiful jump back 3.
On that clip to get the extended combo.
And that's been the story of this grand finals for me. KP is
But yeah, Tweedy doing a lot of damage now with the chip really alone.
situations where even if he wagers and has no air escape, it's just not there for him. Even there, getting the bar, spending it immediately.
Very questionable. They're down 1 into the bounce cancel. Looking for Gross to counter poke. I understand the levels of Yomi, but man, he has no meter now.
All right, now it's Gross is in a really good spot. Has 2 bars of meter. Any trade with the meter burn beam is going to close it out.
It's going to work in Gross's favor. The bowling.
Yeah, you can see when Gross starts walking back, that's when he's looking for that meter burn roll from Tweedy. And this is it. Yeah, there it comes. It's pretty obvious that it was coming. We know Tweedy has to go in, right, to make up this life lead. So meter burn roll, obviously the go-to option. And Tweedy going to character select. No surprise. Sonic Fox getting kicked off the stage for coaching. And Tweedy pulling out the Starfire for grand finals. Down a game.
I just saw Rick RKO Fox off the stage. It was beautiful.
And I'm surprised that this happened here. Off the back 3, he was actually out of range at down 1 and gets whiff punished by the back 1. That's pretty sick. But I'm actually surprised that happened like that.
Turn my head and right back in his Starfire in the middle of a combo. Tweedy waking up raw. Gross is definitely in his head, trying to figure things out.
Nice. So Gross gets hit by this forward 2-2, and I think taking the hit by that is a smarter option. If you get thrown, you know, you're back in the corner. Starfire has full screen to work with. So if you're like really close to the corner or something, most of the time I'm going to duck this when I see that forward 2. I don't want to get hit by that thing or thrown back in the corner. And otherwise you just get a little knockdown. So she has to guess whether or not you're going to wake up. So I definitely think blocking that or ducking that is really smart. Again, Gross ducking it. Doesn't want to get thrown in the corner. Smart. Yeah, really smart for Gross to throw him back in the corner. Gross doing a lot of really good zoning reads, actually. Knows when Tweedy's going to throw that sorry, that slow Stardust, and meter burning that beam to punish it. So really good stuff. Yeah, this is tough though for him. Full screen Green Lanterns, all his projectiles are really slow, and unfortunately didn't get that bowling ball in time.
That seems to be the story of Starfire, just chipping and clawing her way in the match, just straight hits, not a lot of combos.
Just barely missing the whiff punish there. Yeah, Tamaranian charge out. Beautiful. So that seems to be Tweedy's answer to back 2-3 range, right? Right there. This back 2-3 range. You see Tweedy now jumping back with that Dr. Fate jump 3. Now doing it with Starfire. Seems to be a really good option. Again. Yeah, and Tweedy just, or not Tweedy, Gross just knows he lost. Pause reset. Would have been really hard for him to make that comeback. Stage change. 1-1. 2 purple characters now. And I don't know what Tweedy woke up with there. Oh, woke up jump. Alright, so Gross getting a little bit of input errors now. Right here, getting back 3. I'm pretty sure he wanted back 1-3. For the back 3 right there, doesn't really make sense, but yeah, you can see decent amount of input errors, but catches him. Tweedy actually doing that back jump, you know, right there, trying to bait out that back 1-3, but not reacting in time. I think he was too low to the ground for that jump 3 to work, because, you know, Starfire is that crazy beam jump 3. Nice, good setup. Goes for the bounce cancel for a lot of Damahe. That wake up is so whack. Really smart forward, meter burn forward 3 there, right? So now, Tweedy changing it up, right? Instead of going for that jump back 3, just going for meter burn forward 3, especially after that wait, right? That wait really sort of like makes someone want to press a button, right? You see that a lot after, like, if you land a jump in or an empty jump, then you wait, meter burn back 3, you can catch a lot of people doing that. Whether it be like a throw tech or a button, you know. People get antsy and they want to press buttons, so. Nice, really good. Oh, you can see Tweedy definitely wanted that. Changing up his zoning too a lot. Not just going Stardust into trait, not just down forward 1. He's mixing it up. Down forward 1, canceled into trait, just raw down forward 1. Stardust, canceled into trait, and just raw trait. So really mixing up all the zoning tools that Starfire has. That's what makes him so good with the character. And he actually reacts to this meter burn roll with the forward 2. But again, same situation that happened with Dr. Fate. Gross actually rolled through him because Tweedy did that forward 2, which put him, brings his hurt box so far forward so fast. Gets an easy punish. Nice. So the thing about that is characters that have wake ups that can be made safe or plus with meter burn, a lot of times you can get away with the non-meter burn version. I'm pretty sure I talked about this before, but right there he did have meter and he could have meter burned it, but decided to save it because Gross is expecting that meter burn version. So a lot of characters with wake ups like that can get away with it. Green Lantern's one of them. Starfire, Hellboy, characters with those kind of wake ups.
Back to full screen. This is what Tweedy wants. Wow, immediate preference by Gross to forward dash there.
Oh, and a little too early on that jump. Is going to catch the tail end of that projectile. Great job of mixing it up from Tweedy. Gross looking for a way to come in, and no.
Just outside of the range, and really good recognition there. Tweedy recognized Gross had no meter when he did that. The wall, and it gets an easy punish there. Nice, really smart. Close Stardust, catching in that forward dash. Game number 5. And this was one of the craziest things I've ever seen right there. It was so godlike. I don't know what was going through his head that he made this read, but it was so sick. Round start, empty jump, and then punish. That was so sick. But I don't know what his thought process was behind it, but it worked. It's so sick. If that was a read on the interactable, that's like the most next level read I've ever seen. Nice, beautiful bait there by Tweedy. So most of this set has really been Gross beating Tweedy in the neutral. That's really how Gross has been doing winning a lot of his games. Has really been out neutraling Tweedy. Tweedy just really, capitalizing on a lot of the hits he gets and punishing some of Gross for some stuff. But right here is a really good example of how Tweedy adapted in the neutral. Does this forward 2 and then meter burn back 3 to bait out that back 1 by Gross. Really smart stuff. So that's a really good option in neutral. If you notice you're getting whiff punished a lot by like certain strings, say like you're Robin and you're going for back 1 2 and you're getting whiff punished, just go for the back 1 and then meter burn back 3 to try to armor through their whiff punish. Great blocks. Nice, and that's a huge trade for Tweedy. Takes out the life bar and takes minimal damage out of it. Beautiful, smart, close Stardust. The thing about this, where was it? Right here. No, where was it? Right here, yeah. The thing about this, right, the close Stardust with Green Lantern, against Green Lantern, the close Stardust is so good because the best you could do is like trade with the bowling ball, or at best for Green Lantern is the meter burn beam. But if you're Starfire and you get hit by the meter burn beam, you eat like a chunk of damage and a knockdown, but he doesn't really get too much off it. He still has to double dash in, and you can still wake up in time, and like you're probably neutral. He's definitely not plus off that unless you're like really close. So this close Stardust in this matchup is really good, especially if you land it like that, obviously.
They definitely are teasing us with this back and forth flurry of grand finals matches.
Nice, Tweedy just playing a lot more patient now. Beautiful. So Tweedy a couple times now, even a round start of this very first game, goes into that back 3 and then can't down 1 because he's not in range. So what he does is he does another back 3 and actually puts him a little bit closer. And actually punishes that back 3, that second back 3 with back 1. Yeah, Tweedy looking for a meter run roll. You see him not throwing any more projectiles. Reacts to that forward dash with sweep. That would punish a meter run roll too. So gets a knockdown, but doesn't land. Yep, and you can see Gross knows Tweedy's looking for that meter run roll. So he's not doing it, right? Right here. Forward dash. Tweedy expects a meter run roll. Tries to punish with forward 2. But Gross not in range. Easy whiff punish off his forward 2. And that's it. Tweedy takes it. 3-2. 3-1 in the reset. Gross going for a little tricky mix here. I do like it. I don't know. Tweedy a lot of the time has been respecting the wake up. So what he does here, goes for that forward 3, you know, forward dash, probably back 1 to bait something out, or not bait something out, just go for that mix up, you know, high low. But Tweedy just waking up with that forward 2 or back forward 2, really smart, saving that wake up for the last possible set, and takes Combo Breaker 2018 because of it. You can see he was a little stressed out, that big sigh of relief after. That was a long one, but thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of good stuff in that match, and we got a lot of more matches coming up. We just had CEO and Venality, so I got I'm a little backed up, to be honest, but Combo Breaker Grand Finals, we made it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back with another breakdown match analysis. Peace.
There goes a sight from my soul.